Hi there, my name is Sathya. I'm one of the co-founders and the academic head at iQue Ideas. We coach for various entrance examinations including hotel management, business management, law, mass communication and liberal study courses at an undergraduate level. In this video, I'm going to talk about the JEE conducted by the National Council for Hotel Management for hotel management aspirants. Students who want to get into the service industry, who want to work with hotels and allied sectors, immediately after completing their graduation would do well to join hotel management courses offered by various institutes after standard 12th. Some of the most renowned institutions are the Institutes of Hotel Management, the IHMs, which fall under the NCHM. In this video, I'm going to talk about the basics of the NCHM and elaborate a little on the entrance examination conducted by this organization. Let's talk about the NTA. The National Testing Agency was created by the Ministry of Human Resources Development. Also, it is now known as the Ministry of Education. And the NTA is now an independent, autonomous and self-sustained testing organization which conducts various entrance examinations. So the NTA now conducts the entrance examination, the NCHM JEE. The NCHM is the National Council for Hotel Management and Catering Technology, NCHM CT, which itself is an autonomous body of the Ministry of Tourism under the Government of India. The joint entrance exam, NCHM JEE, is the one-stop entrance examination to get admission to the various institutes which fall under this National Council. The National Council itself is set up for coordinated growth and development of the hospitality management education in this country. If we talk about the institutes which follow under the Council regulates academics in the field of hospitality education and training, and under its aegis fall 21 central government sponsored institutes of hotel management, 26 state government sponsored IHMs and 1 PSU owned institute. It also has 26 private institutes under it. These institutions, they offer degree, diploma and craft certificate level programs. Right? So through these councils, there are a total of 11 different professional programs through which you can get either a certificate, a diploma, a postgraduate diploma, a bachelor or a master's degree. The bachelor and master's degree program are in collaboration with IGNOU, the Indira Gandhi National Open University. So admission to the NCHM through the NCHM JEE is for the BSc Hospitality and Hotel Administration program. The BSc Hospitality and Hotel Administration program is a 3-year, 6-semester course where students get the required skills, knowledge and the attitude to efficiently discharge supervisory responsibilities in the hospitality sector. The program has in-depth laboratory work, and this helps students to acquire the required knowledge and skills for operational areas including food production, food and beverage service, front office operations and housekeeping. The program also provides you managerial inputs for areas of hotel accountancy, food safety and quality, human resource management, facility planning, financial management, strategic management, tourism marketing and management. The admission to all these courses is through the NCHM JEE, the National Council of Hotel Management Joint Entrance Exam. And the score of the NCHM JEE is accepted by all the affiliated institutes for admissions to the BSc HHA course in their institutes. The information which I am giving you right now is based on the 2021 information. The examination is online, the CBT, computer-based test mode. And the entire paper is a multiple choice question paper of 200 marks, which includes 30 questions of 30 marks, one each, from numerical ability and analytical aptitude, so that would be mathematics and reasoning, 30 questions of reasoning and logical deduction, 30 questions of general knowledge and current affairs, 60 questions from English, and 50 questions that test your aptitude for the service sector. So as you can see, a lot of emphasis is laid upon having proficiency in the English language, and also to right attitude and the right aptitude for the service sector. So the sections of maths, reasoning, GK and English are areas where you can prepare reasonably well, and which is also in line with the preparation for many other undergraduate entrance examinations, including but not limited to preparation for business management entrance exams, mass communication entrance exams, entrance examinations for law, liberal studies, economics and so on. The one section, which is the aptitude for service sector, which accounts for 25% of the paper, is not something which is prepared through rote learning. If you have the natural aptitude to be a good worker in the service sector, you will be able to answer these questions well. It is more of a personality tester which checks, do you have the right kind of aptitude, attitude and personality to do well in this field. So all you have to do is think with a straight mind as a reasonable person. If you have a customer friendly type attitude, if you have the right human interaction, if you can behave well with people, if you can do well, these questions will be easy to solve. So there is no real preparation per se for the aptitude for service sector part of the paper. It's more about being able to think well and do well. The MCQs carry 4 marks for a right answer, and it includes negative marking. So 1 mark or 25% is deducted if you answer the question wrong. As is usual, if you don't answer a question, there is no marking involved. The question paper in itself will be in both English and Hindi. The medium of the question paper has to be chosen by the candidate when you are filling the online application form, because once you exercise this option, once you choose between English and Hindi, you will not be allowed to change it. In case there is an ambiguity in translation of the questions, the NTA has proposed that the English version will be treated as final, and any decision of the NTA will be final and binding. The 200 marks MCQ format paper is over a period of 3 hours. So as you can see, speed is not essential. You have adequate time to read, understand, analyze and solve this paper. Let's talk a little bit about the eligibility criteria. For the NCHM JEE, a candidate should have passed the 10+2 system of senior secondary examination with English as one of the subjects. So the candidate must have passed English as a subject of study, whether it is core, elective or a functional subject in the qualifying examination. So students appearing in the 10+2 or equivalent exam can also appear in the NCHM JEE. So if you are a 12th standard student, you can appear for this exam in the same year as you are appearing for your 12th boards. The only thing is, the provisional admission will be given if your board exam results are not out at the time of selection, and the admission will stand cancelled if the proof of having passed the qualifying examination is not submitted at the time of counselling or at the time of admission. Of course, the offer of admission is subject to verification of all the original certificates and documents, including category certificates and any reservation certificate if applicable. Now, the only requirement is the student should have passed the 10+2 pattern. So there is no minimum percentage criteria which has been specified as of now. The +2 pattern could be from a recognized central or state board such as the CBSE, the ICSE or the state boards. Intermediate or 2-year PUE or pre-university exams by recognized boards and universities are also included. The GCE, General Certificate Education Examination from London, Cambridge or Sri Lanka at the advanced A levels are considered. The High School Certificate Exam of Cambridge University is considered. Any public school board university exam in India or in a foreign country which is recognized by the Council of Board of School Education, the COBSE, or the Association of Indian Universities, AIU, as equivalent to the 10+2 pattern is considered. Senior school secondary exams conducted by the NIOS, National Institute of Open Schooling, as well as State Board of Open Schooling with a minimum of 5 subjects including English is considered. and the HSC vocational examinations which are approved by either the NCVT or the SCVT of the concerned state and UTs are included. The age limit is 25 years in the year. A specified date for the year will be given, and this is for candidates from general EWS and the OBC categories. In case of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe candidates as well as physically challenged candidates, the upper age limit is 28 years, and the date of birth as recorded in the secondary education board or pre-university certificate is considered as an authentic proof. At the time of admission, a physical fitness certificate has to be submitted. Talking about reservations, 15% of the seats are reserved for candidates from the scheduled castes, 7.5% for scheduled tribes, 27% for other backward classes, non-creamy layer candidates as per central list, 10% for general economically weaker sections, general EWS candidates, and there are reservations for Kashmiri migrants subject to notification from the Ministry of Education for the academic session. Each category mentioned above will also have 5% reservation for candidates with 40% or more disability as defined in Section 2R and Section 2ZC of Persons with Disability Act of 2016. In the case of institutes run, aided or recognized by the state governments, the reservation policy of respective state governments shall be applicable. For more information, you can go to the official website, the link for which is provided on the screen, and get the complete details brochure. The definition of various disabilities, reservations are given in detail in this particular certificate. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the kind of preparation that you would be required to do well in the NCHM JEE. As I mentioned before, the subjects of maths, reasoning, GK current affairs and English are ones for which you can prepare well in advance. Maths. The 8th, 9th and 10th standard chapters of your school textbooks, which would include basics of numbers, averages, percentages, ratio proportion, basic linear equations, should do well. Sometimes they may ask you questions based on tables, graphs and charts, which falls under the category of data interpretation, but is basically a test of basic calculation techniques, averages, ratio proportion and percentages. So the math section of the entrance examination is pretty easy for those who are comfortable with 8th, 9th and 10th standard mathematics. The reasoning section also includes analytical and verbal reasoning, where you could do questions of series, coding, relations, directions, a little bit of syllogisms, puzzles, and verbal based questions of arguments, assumptions, conclusions and so on. General knowledge and current affairs. You would do well to study for static GK from most of the available resources and follow the daily current affairs for almost the past 1 year from the date of the exam. English is a very easy section, but nevertheless 30% of the entire paper. Have a basic command over reading skills and comprehension. Have a good command over vocabulary for synonyms, antonyms, spellings, idioms and phrases and so on. And do well with the basic rules of grammar, including error spotting and sentence correction. The English questions in the NCHM JEE is usually an easy paper, and those who are good at that basic English will do well. The counseling for the exam is based on your scores. So once the examination is conducted and the results are announced, there is something called counseling. Now the counseling is not an interview. It's basically just the allotment process. You are allowed to list your list of preferences of the institutes where you wish to get admission, and based on availability in the highest institute in your preference list, you will be allotted the same. The physical process is usually carried out at appointed centers. In case of online counseling, the process will be explained on the website in the year in which you seek the admission. You are allowed to select as many institutes as you want, and usually 3 plus a spot counseling round is conducted. So in case you are allotted a seat or not in the first round, you still have the option of continuing with the second allotment, where either you can upgrade the allotted seat, or if one wasn't allotted in the first and a seat opens up, you may get in the second. The entire process is explained in great detail, so you can go through that to know how the counseling process works. The cutoffs for the previous years are usually provided on the official NCHM website, so you can use that as a benchmark to decide the order of institutes where you wish to get admission. This was most of the relevant information required for aspirants of hotel management, especially those who are looking forward to appear for the NCHM JEE to get admission into the various institutes of hotel management. We at iQue Digital provide online coaching for the same. You can download the iQue Digital app and purchase one of our preparatory courses, which will help you understand the basics of English, Maths, Reasoning and GK as required for the NCHM JEE. This is Sathya from iQue Ideas signing off. Wish you all the best and have a good day.